Hey, everyone. Having a great time. In this video, I will be sharing my expectations of the different currency pairs for this week. So we start by looking at GBP USD. So let's switch to the daily time frame. Now on our dashboard, the signal generated for GBP USD, you can see the bias is bullish and price is at premium. And at premium level, we do not buy. Once price is at premium, you should be looking for opportunity to sell. Okay? You should be looking for opportunity to sell. And before you sell, you want to ensure that the daily bias changes from bullish to bearish. A price should be at premium and the bias should be bearish. So the daily bias for the previous candle was bullish. So before you sell, you should wait for the bias to change to bearish. So that is what I'm looking out for or waiting for on GBP USD. Once this bias changes to bearish, I will be taking a sell. And as you know, this information you have on this dashboard is being updated at the close of the market. That is when this information on the dashboard updates. So it's by after the close of today's candle, that's when decide on which direction to follow on GBP USD. But our focus should be on selling GBP USD this week. Okay, so that's it for GBP USD. Same thing for Euro USD. As you know, both pairs are positively correlated. You only sell when the bias is bearish and price is at premium. What we have here is conflicting signal. Price is at premium, but the bias is bullish. This is a conflicting signal. So before you sell, you want to wait for the bias to change to bearish. When price is at premium, you're not looking for opportunity to buy. You're looking for opportunity to sell. Before you sell, you ensure that the daily bias changes from bullish to bearish. So once this changes to bullish, changes to bearish, that's when you should be considering selling Euro USD. When price is bearish and when the bias is bearish, price is expected to be at a discount. Okay? When the bias is bearish, price is expected to be at a discount. Okay? So when you have bias to be bearish and price at a discount, you look for buy opportunity to buy. Okay, so in this case, price at premium, we need to wait for the bias to change to bearish before we sell. You can see today is Monday and price has been in a range. And this would be expect FOMC meetings will hold this week on Wednesday. And most times when FOMC meeting is about to hold, price goes into a range. Okay, so before you sell, please just ensure that the bias changes from bullish to bearish. I expect this to happen today, Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. That's when I would expect the bias to change from bullish to bearish. That's when I'm going to take a sell on Euro USD. Let's see USD JPY. USD JPY is giving us a bearish bias, and this bearish bias started from the sell started from this point. So if you had sold USD JPY, it was after the formation of this candle, we had this bearish setup and price was at the premium area. So this would have been the best entry after the formation of this doji. You should have sold and you would have made so much profit on USD JPY. Okay, so this is not the right time to sell USD JPY. I'm sure tonight, at the close of today's candle, the bias is likely going to change to bullish and price will be at a discount area at the close of today's candle. So I will not advise that you sell USD/JPY from the current market price. Patiently wait for the bias to change to bullish, and also price should be at a discount area before buy. I'm patiently waiting for a buy setup on USD/JPY. I hope that is clear. USD card, let's see. So you can see USD card price is at a discount area zone, and the bias is bearish. So before we buy, we want to ensure that the bias changes to bullish. Hopefully at the end of today, the bias will change from bearish to bullish, and that will be the right time to buy USD CAD. Australian dollar USD price is at premium. We cannot buy at premium. Bias is bullish, so we need to wait for this bias to change to bearish before we sell. We need to wait for this bias to change to bearish before we sell. Once the daily candle closes bearish, we should be looking for opportunity to sell because price is at premium. NZD USD, same thing. Price is at premium. Look for opportunity to sell, but before we sell, we want to ensure that the bias changes to bullish. Okay, so I'm looking for sell opportunity on NZD USD, Australian dollar USD, Euro USD, and GBP USD. Buy opportunity on USD, JPY, and USD CAD. Then for gold, gold also price is at a premium area. Okay, so this won't be the right time to buy gold. This signal, this bullish bias was generated at this point. So if you had bought from this point, you would have made a massive profit on gold. You can see from that point to this point, it has done over 5,000 pips. And you don't want to buy in when the market has done over 5,000 pips. Okay, so as far as we are concerned, this price is currently at a premium, is overbought. Though long-term gold looks bullish, it's best you wait for a strong reversal. There should be a strong reversal. Price should pull back to a discount area before you consider buying gold. Right now, price is at a premium, so we want to see price retrace back to a discount area. You want to see price retrace back. You can see the patterns we have here on 4 hour. These are bearish reversal pattern. So we would like to see price pull back to a discount area, and this is the most recent swing low and the most recent swing high. So love to see price pull back to a discount area before going bullish on gold. So that's my take on gold. If the daily candle closes bearish, we should be considering selling gold to a discount area. Then from the discount, you can look for buys. I hope that is clear. Let's look at one more pairs. Okay, GJ. Okay, GJ. Price, the bias is bearish. And price, this at the end of today's market, this should change to discount. Okay, at the end of today's market, at the end of the close of today's candle, we should have price at a discount. Okay, should have price at a discount. And most likely, the bias is likely to change to bullish. Once the bias changes to bullish and this changes to discount, look for buy. So what we have here is bearish. This bearish signal was generated at this point after the close of the this bearish candle. That was when the market generated, or this software generated, that signal. Okay, so we should have sold from this point, and from that point to this point, you can see it has done over 285 pips. So this is not the right time to sell. This is not the right time to sell. So you want to see price get to a discount area, which I believe it is at the moment. Price is currently at the discount. I think price wants to come fill this fair value gap. Let's see if that's gotten there. So price wants to come fill this fair value gap. So at the end of today, I expect this to change to discount. This zone should change to discount. Price should be at a discount at the end of today. Most likely, the bias could also change. If the candle closes bullish, then the bias will change from bearish to bullish, and I'll be looking for buys on GJ. I'll be looking for buys on GJ, and I'm going to buy GJ to this. So this fair value gap, which is at a premium area. This is where this will be my first target on GBP JPY. That will be my first target on GBP JPY. Okay, so I think that will be it for this video. If you have any question, please drop it on the WhatsApp support group. Okay, drop it on the WhatsApp support group, and your questions will be attended to. And if you're interested in getting this signal generating software, to send me a message on WhatsApp to have access to this software. You need this software. If you don't know how to analyze the market, or you're currently using a complex system, okay, you're struggling to know the bias for the day, direction of the market, you have to get this software. Doesn't matter what strategy you're currently trading with, you need this software to help you in your analysis, okay, to help you a lot in your trading. So do get it. You need it. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.